What's the situation with Johnny Depp returning to Hollywood? Well, it relies upon who you ask. Johnny Depp had a long and harsh fight with his ex Amber Heard, and because of how Hollywood treated him as to boycotting him, notwithstanding him broadcasting blamelessness, he swore he wouldn't return to them regardless of whether he was pronounced honest. Simply enough, he's just done more modest motion pictures and unfamiliar movies, yet many feel that he will return, particularly assuming that he was approached to return to the privateer's establishment, which he made popular, and presently we realize that he has one major ally on that front. Jerry Bruckheimer will stall down for you, yet first leave a like on the video, buy into the feed and hit the ringer symbol so you never miss a transfer from us. And so how about we get straight into the video to win an iPhone 12? Perhaps more in this video. That is all there is to it. Gracious, and leave a like on this video and buy into the feed so we can continue to manage the cost of these giveaways. Champ will be reported at the last day of every month. Gratitude for watching and best of luck. Jerry Bruckheimer's statements: you made an ideal film, you did an ideal film that everybody cherished, and it made north of $1 billion. What's the significance here to win this evening? It'd be fabulous. You realize it's a daunting task, yet we're excited to be. We've previously won, so this stems from a few statements the unbelievable maker Jerry Bruckheimer made about Johnny Depp, for instance at the Oscars, where he and his group were selected for various honors due to top firearm free thinker he was. Gotten some information about the privateer's establishment. Overall, he said commonly that he has a decent group going for the following film, and that they desire to have a screenplay prepared to discuss soon. That we're remaining here, we're designated. I'm currently a foundation nominator maker, so that is magnificent. We as a whole here this evening, however, it is somewhat rare time to say no. I must continue to make these motion pictures than normally. Honorary pathway interviews. Got some information about Johnny Depp, and Bruckheimer said that he'd very much want to have Johnny Depp back on the off chance that conceivable. He didn't affirm that it would work out or that Disney would permit it yet. He said he'd cherish his revisitation of continue to attempt to save them. He's so dedicated to what he does. When he's on a film, you can't get him off course. He will remain on that thing, and I'm certain he's preparation for one more. Scott, while we're here conversing with you, this repeated statements on Behind the Focal Point with Pete Hammond. He said about the entertainer, he's simply so great at what he does, and entertainers recuperate from things like this. Jerry added, he's a decent individual and he's a mindful individual. He's someone that you can depend on, and he's breathtaking. Could you at any point enlighten us anything regarding privateers? After you get some adoration there right behind you, there's a man who's answerable for this, was provoked to examine Depp when he was gotten some information about the chance of Johnny getting back to the movie series. I think Johnny is a complete companion and an astounding craftsman, and again you carry on with things in life you wish you hadn't yet. He's as yet a capable craftsman. When you ask explicitly in the event that Disney would welcome the star back to perform, he answered, you'd need to ask them. I can't respond to that inquiry. She truly is. It's splendid words, and he's an extraordinary maker and a chief. I truly don't realize, he added, genuinely I couldn't imagine anything better. Have him in the film. He's a companion, a fabulous entertainer, and it's lamentable that individual lives creep into all that we do. What might you at any point enlighten us regarding privateers, and will we see Johnny Depp? I'm about to ask you straight out. All of us are dealing with it. We'll perceive the way it emerges, yet we're extremely energized. I believe we will have an extraordinary screenplay. We're drawing near. It's as yet a likelihood that he could return. We'll see. I would cherish it. That is positively one approach to putting it, and to be fair, he knows it's not his call whether Depp returns, so he's being dubious yet legitimate to make his sentiments clear regarding this situation. I couldn't want anything more than to have him in the film. That is all I can tell you definitely. The folks told us on the off chance that the film wins this evening, you won't have the option to keep them off that stage. They said they're all surging the states, everyone I trust, so we ought to take everyone chipped away at the film. Get up there. What occurs next, that is on Disney, but on the other hand it's on Johnny Depp. In the event that you're asking why he's not standing out as truly newsworthy as of late, this is on the grounds that he's partaking in his life the way things are correct now. The basic existence of Johnny Depp. We say that since Johnny Depp is partaking in the tranquil life in Britain, the entertainer uncovered he has traded Hollywood for the country English region of Somerset. In a meeting in the April issue of the neighborhood magazine Somerset Life, I simply love places with character. I have Different houses in different spots, and they generally mean something uniquely great to me. I don't have them just to say I own them, I have them for use and on the grounds that they're a piece exceptional, he told the distribution. He likewise commended the region for permitting him to reside all the more serenely out of the spotlight. English individuals are cool and will welcome you as though you're a neighbor without going over the top, he shared. I don't care either way if individuals need a signature or brief visit, yet not when I have some confidential time with my family, he added. I can go into shops without being encircled by individuals needing selfies. I wouldn't fret that to a limited extent, however in some cases it gets excessively packed. The privateers of the Caribbean star uncovered the calm way of life suits him better than some could suspect. In truth, I'm a seriously bashful individual, he says. That is an extraordinary aspect concerning England and particularly Somerset. I can simply be me, and that is pleasant. As per the Knight Standard obligation, purchased a £13 million estate in Somerset, which is around 3.5 hours from London via vehicle in 2014. The property purportedly has 12 rooms and 8 restrooms. Somerset Life takes note of the home, which it depicts as an extraordinary villa, is set inside 850 sections of land and encircled by walled gardens. Recently, Depp was spotted purchasing collectibles during a confidential shopping meeting in Lincolnshire, a district in the east of Britain. As per the gatekeeper, Robert Mill, operator proprietor of Hemswell Antique Centre, told Dad Media he just purchased a ton of extremely peculiar things: the seat, 3 guitars, paint sets, easels, a couple of pictures, banners, simply an entire scope of things for enlivening things for his very own property. Goodness, and he doesn't stop with purchasing workmanship, he's making it too. Craftsmanship. Producer Johnny Depp delivered one more round of VIP representations he's painted as a component of his Companions and Legends assortment. The Palace Artistic Work exhibition in London made the Companions and Legends 2 assortment, which highlights profundity self-painted portrayals of performers Bounce Marley, the late entertainers Heath Record and Waterway Phoenix, and essayist Hunter S. Thompson, accessible for buy in late February. Each picture is a private impression of their personality in Johnny's eyes, a depiction of how they have uncovered themselves to him either by and by or through their craft. Peruses a portion from a leaflet in regards to the new assortment. I've generally utilized workmanship to communicate my sentiments and to ponder the people who make the biggest difference to me, like my family, companions and individuals I respect, Step H59 said in a statement. Partook in the pamphlet. My compositions encompass my life, yet I hushed up about them and restricted myself. Nobody ought to at any point restrict themselves. Palace Expressive Arts site demonstrated that they sold out a load of all prints of the person pictures, which sold for around $4,523 and 2 pennies each. An edge set of every one of the 4 representations stayed accessible for around $17,547. All Companions, all Legends, Deb said in a YouTube video advancing the assortment shared by Palace Exhibitions in February. As he portrayed his assortment subjects, I might want to see these 4 individuals together. I might want to be in a room with those extremely cool individuals. I said they needed more time on this planet. However, the time they had, they surely established their singularity, their uniqueness, their reality, their heart, their feelings, their funny bones out there on the planet. That additional they said a ton in their short lives. The arrival of Depp's second conventional craftsmanship assortment came a very long time after the entertainer in July 2022 procured north of $3.6 million from his most memorable Companions and Legends assortment, which sold out very quickly in the wake of being made ready to move. So all things being equal, Johnny Depp is doing great at the present time, so he probably shouldn't change things, essentially in light of the fact that they need to make another Privateers film. Of course, you never know. And there you have it, everybody. Gracious glance at what's the deal with Johnny Depp and whether Jerry Bruckheimer will attempt to take him back to Privateers of the Caribbean whenever permitted. Do you think they'll have the option to pull that off? Do you imagine that Disney will allow that to happen, given how they dealt with specific things? Will Johnny even need to beat Jack Sparrow in the future on screen? Let us in on in the remarks down underneath. Make certain to buy in, and we'll see you next time on the feed.